Hi, I'm Deborah Wiggins, and we are so glad that you are tuned in to A Word of Hope. We are about to go into the sanctuary where our pastor is preaching a word just for you.
God has deposited within each and every one of us certain gifts, talents, and abilities. God has deposited within each and every person that's in this room a level of intellect, ability to reason, everything that's necessary for us to fulfill our purpose. If you don't mind, and continue the conversation with your neighbor and tell your neighbor, you have everything you need. It's innate within you. It's already deposited in you. It's a part of your being. It's a part of your makeup. You have everything you need. We can become so caught up in the habitual activities that accompanies our life's journey, and even be overwhelmed and distracted with the issues of life. So much so until we ignore or forget about the fact that, forget about what has been deposited or what has been invested in each and every one of us necessary to fulfill our purpose. Every person in this room, you have within you the key building blocks, essentials that are necessary for you to fulfill your purpose. That's why you've got to be in an environment that cultivates and promotes development. You want to be in an environment that will help you to become who God has called you to be. You want to be in an environment that will pull you into maturity. It's good to be in places and around people that edify you and build you up. Oh, I wish I had a praying church. It's good to be around people that will help you to become who God has called you. It's good to be around people and to be in a place that has the right atmosphere, the right ambiance, a place that's conducive to your growth. It's good to be around folk that will remind you of who you are and what has already been invested in you. You need some people around you that will remind you that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Have I got a witness in here? You need some folk on your dream team that will remind you that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. You need those kind of people around you. You need people that's going to say, you know what, you can make it. Why? Because greater is he that's within you than he that's within the world. I wish I had a praying church, Charles. You need some folk to remind you that you are anointed and you are appointed. You need some people around you that's going to tell you that you are the apple of God's eye. That's why God always sees you, because you're always present. You're the apple of God's eye. That's why he protects you, because he's always seeing you. I wish I had a witness. You're the apple of God's eye.
We'll be right back with this incredible word that will shift your life. Take a moment to check out the exciting things happening at The Hope.
Listen, we all know somebody who needs to get back to church.
And obviously, you can always invite someone to come and worship with you each and every Sunday at 9 a.m. But on Sunday, September 22nd is our very special Back to Church Sunday. This is where you and us, we're going to invite all of our friends, family, and the entire community to come out and worship with us and give God thanks and praise for all that he's done and that he's going to do.
That's right. So make sure you save the date and make sure you get here early so that you can get your seat.
Let's jump back into this powerful word already in progress.
I know David tells us to encourage ourselves, but sometimes you can't even hear yourself, much less encourage yourself. You got so many voices, so many things that's pulling on you. Sometimes you just need people around you to keep you encouraged. You need that fearless friend that's going to tell you the truth. Oh, I wish I had a praying church. You need that calm confidant that's going to say, you know what? I'm standing back from your situation. Sometimes you are too close and you are so far in your situation until you can't see the forest for the trees. But you got to give permission to somebody to be calm enough to speak into your life. You need that praying partner. Don't just give me your counsel, give me God's counsel. I don't need to know how you feel. Well, how I feel. No, I don't care about how you feel. I got enough feelings myself. I need somebody that's gonna hear what God is saying and help speak to me. Be strong. I don't want you to miss this. And courageous. I know we got school getting ready to start. We've got new jobs. We got old jobs. We got careers. We got new dreams, old dreams. Be strong and courageous. The verb tense, be strong, here means to be strengthened. In other words, you got to reach down in yourself, tap into a strength that has already been deposited. It's already been invested in you. You already have what you need. It's a strength that's already there. It's a courage that's already on the inside. We're not talking about some new courage, some new strength. We're talking about a strength and a courage that already lies within you. You got to dig it up. You got to drum it up. You got to rev it up. Your strength is within you. Hear me very carefully. You have what you need to face whatever challenge that's before you. School, job, career, business. You have what you need. You don't have to go get something. It's within you. You see, Joshua was already strong. If you read his bio, you understand that Joshua already had courage. He accomplished some things in his past that was absolutely phenomenal. He was already a man of strength, a man of courage. But he had just gone through one of those life events. He had just gone through one of those events that kind of sapped his mindset. He was feeling a bit discouraged. He was feeling, I would venture to say, on the verge of depression. You know how it is when you go through a life event. You know the story. His leader, Moses, had just died, and now the full weight and the full burden of now having to lead the people was resting on Joshua's shoulders. This was a little different than before. I remember my daddy. I tell this story from time to time. I remember hanging out with my daddy, and my daddy said to me, he said, see, you think you can do what I do better. He says, see, you think this easy. And I was kind of looking at him like, Yeah, sir. And he says, you wait till one day when the full burden of the ministry rests on your shoulders. Are you hearing me? See, you want to get rid of folk quickly. I remember we had this deacon, this wayward deacon. You remember this deacon. I wanted to release him so bad every time I saw him, my mouth watered. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to get rid of him. And my daddy wouldn't let me. He would say, no, son, God is working on him. God, but from the seat he was sitting in, he could see what I couldn't see. I was so impatient. I was like, no, if we do this, things change quickly. No. When you are the pastor and when you sit in that seat where the full burden of the ministry rests on you, you start doing things a little different and you see things through a different lens.
We'll be right back with this incredible word that will shift your life. Take a moment to check out the exciting things happening at The Hope.
On the fourth Sunday, we will have our baptism and baby dedication. So if you would like to participate in either of those ceremonies, make sure you send an email to admin@thehopechurch.org.
Let's jump back into this powerful word already in progress.
Oh, I wish I had a witness in here. So right here in the text, we see how now Joshua is having to deal with the full weight of ministry. Remember, the backdrop of the text is built around, mama, a leader shifting. There is a leader shift in the leadership. And Joshua is having to deal with that. His mind is, now I've got to deal with. So the full weight of and the burden of ministry is on his shoulders. And he's having what I call transition withdrawal. See, the truth of the matter is transition tends to be a bit inconvenient. Say amen. It won't take you long. Sometimes transition can be uncomfortable. And if I can be real transparent, if I can just be real true with you on this morning, and most of the time, transition is a bit of a nuisance. Why things got to change? I mean, we're just doing fine. Why we got to change? It's a nuisance, but it's necessary. Transition withdrawal doesn't feel good. Why? Because it breaks you out your comfort zone. Y'all look at me when I'm talking to you. It causes you to break your routine. It changes what you're familiar with. And when you're in transition, it causes you to be stretched. Sometimes even physically, but mostly mentally and even emotionally. Your mind starts doing tricks on you. You start thinking one thing that's not. And what's going on? Are they trying to get rid of me? Are they trying to do something? What's wrong? I sit on these boards, and I remember when I was first introduced to one particular board, it was so uncomfortable. Virginia, it was so uncomfortable because I wasn't used to operating like that. It caused me now to really go back and jump in, Frank, to financials and really understand how to read those things because everybody else on the board was fluent. I had to read through all of that stuff, and I had to study, and I wanted to just simply resign. But God says, I put you in the room for a purpose. And it stretched me. It stretched my mindset. I started seeing how folk plan stuff out years in advance, that things don't happen by accident. It happens intentional. It happens by design. And our culture tends to live in a time where we feel like, oh, it's going to be simply led by the Holy Spirit. And if the Lord have. No. God is a planner. He's a strategist. He does things decent and in order. But it changed me. I didn't want to really go through the inconvenience of learning. It's kind of like when a new phone comes out. New phone, upgrade even. Some of us got some upgrades that we need to upgrade our iOS system, our what you call it, your software, whatever it is. And we don't want to upgrade because we think some things going to change. Y'all ain't hearing me. We don't want to use some... We want to stay with that old dinosaur because I know this dinosaur. This dinosaur here done brought me a long way. Why need a new dinosaur if the old dinosaur is still good? Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, upgrade. Tell somebody else. I heard Lady D say, we building. We're not trying to build with some old stuff. Are y'all understanding? How we going to build this facility, take this for the school going to the next level? I see Dr. Jenny here. The school going to, how they going to take the children to the next level and they going to bring in all these old computers? Somebody say upgrade.
We'll be right back with this incredible word that will shift your life. Take a moment to check out the exciting things happening at The Hope.
Listen, we all know somebody who needs to get back to church.
And obviously, you can always invite someone to come and worship with you each and every Sunday at 9 a.m. But on Sunday, September 22nd is our very special Back to Church Sunday. This is where you and us, we're going to invite all of our friends, family, and the entire community to come out and worship with us and give God thanks and praise for all that He's done and that He's going to do.
That's right. So make sure you save the date and make sure you get here early so that you can get your seat.
Let's jump back into this powerful word already in progress.
Next season of your life requires you to tap into your faith, because you're getting ready to do something you've never done before. You're getting ready to experience something that you've never experienced before, but it requires you to tap into your faith. Moses led the people before. Now, he says to Joshua, you will lead the people to a land that I promise. You're getting ready to do something that you've never done before. You've seen it done, but you've never done it. But for you to do it, you got to tap into your faith. Faith leads feet. You got to see it. You got to sense it before you start stepping into it. Faith leads feet. You got to tell them dumb feet of yours where they are going, or they'll stand still and they'll be hijacked by fear. Faith leads feet. Feet, I'm telling you that it's time to move forward. Feet, I'm telling you by my own faith, I see greater before your feet move forward. Faith tells feet to move forward. If you don't have no faith, you will freeze. going to take a faith move. Got to have the ability to believe. And the ability to believe is already within you. Please don't miss this message today. This message will change the trajectory of your life. You're going to have to turn a deaf ear to criticism. Because everybody don't have the faith that you have. You're not controlling their feet anyway. The only feet you can control are your. Oh, I wish I had a witness in here. You're going to have to turn a deaf ear to pessimism, skepticism, classism, sexism, and all the rest of them isms. Why? Because the Bible says we walk by faith and not by sight. You'll never get there without faith. Without faith, it is impossible to please God. Somebody say you got to have faith. Why? Because faith leads feet. You'll never move forward without faith. God tells Joshua that you have everything within you to complete the assignment. God says, I made some promises to your ancestors. I've already prearranged some things. I've already set some things up. But you're I don't forget how you said it, CL. You're looking at the end result, but you're not initiating the process. See, the process gets you to the prize. But you're so busy looking at the prize, you're deterred by the lie, deterred by the lie instead of living. I know I'm endeavoring to continue in my training. I got a friend of mine down in South Florida. You all know Pastor Jackson. Sometimes I don't even like to talk to him because he gonna tell me some stuff I don't want to hear, kind of like Pastor Bruce. I sometimes just don't want to talk to him because I don't really want to hear what they got to say. And I'm in the gym day in and day out. And Matt, he said, I said, man, I can't seem to get the weight off. I'm going to the gym, but I just can't seem to get it. Ain't going nowhere. I'm on the treadmill. I'm doing all of the stuff I'm doing. And I said, man, I'm trying to change my diet, but I just can't seem to get my weight off, man. This ain't nothing but a scam anyway, man. Now I'm on the lie part. I done stopped living. I'm on the lie part. This ain't nothing but a hoax. I don't want to go to no gym and later for the gym. And he says, get you a trainer. I said, huh? That's going to cost. That's going to cost me something. If you want to go to the next level, get you a trainer. Oh, golly, I'm trying. In other words, you need somebody to help you get your head right because you can't get there with the mindset that you currently have. You need somebody that's going to speak into your space. You need a trainer. Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, you need a trainer. Get your head right. Get your head strong. I want to know. Now you got to deal with what you know is necessary to get you to the next level. Now you got to make the decision. Transition withdrawal. I got to change my routine. I got to allow somebody else in my space. I got to let somebody who sees me from a different perspective. Because, okay, I got these mirrors at the house. And y'all don't have them like I did this. When you look on the back of it, it tells you about the mirror. I got these mirrors at the house that when I look at them, The first time I look, I'm like, wow, boy, you need some help. The next day I look in the mirror, same mirror. I have these special mirrors. Y'all don't have these special mirrors. Mine are imported. I look at the same mirror and it says, boy, you not that bad. I look in that same mirror the next day. Dude, you look good. What in the world are you going to the gym for? Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? You need one of the mirrors that's going to tell you the truth. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Boy, you need to get in the gym quick, in a hurry. Don't come back to you. All right, I got to go. So often we're trying to position ourselves for success by ways and means outside of the word, thinking it might give us some type of advantage. And I know we want the very best position for our children. We want to position them for success. We want to position all of our investments so we can have incredible returns. And we want to position ourselves so we can accomplish our dreams and all of our aspirations. But please remember, the precursor for success is a commitment to staying with the Father. Everything else falls behind it. Matthew 6:33, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all of these things shall be added. You will succeed. You will be successful. You will win. But you got to do it in order. Everyone stand.
Is that an amazing word or what? I pray that it blessed you just like it blessed me. To stay connected to us, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or you can go to our website so that you will have all of the information regarding the Hope Church. Or better yet, you can join us in the sanctuary every Sunday morning at 9:00 a.m. Have a great week, and I will see you right back here next Sunday morning at 6:30 a.m. for A Word of Hope.